did you see that Scotland is like not happy with England, obviously, but like this time they're gonna be even more upset. Apparently the new conservative prime minister of the UK wants to overrule Scotland's like pro-trans bill that they passed recently. Yeah. Yeah. We ain't happy. What are you, Scottish or something? Sunak? Is that how you pronounce that guy's name? Sunak? Sunak? Recognition of trans people is driven at least 2 billionaires insane. Musk and Rowling. Rowling is she's a billionaire? It's crazy. Now will drive the UK to destroy itself. Yeah, the UK government is pushing to block Scotland's gender bill. Like a month ago or something, like 2 months ago or something, Scotland passed this really cool bill that like shortens the process for transgenders to get their trans license, to get their woman license, basically. To get your man and or woman license in Scotland, they shortened the process and they streamlined it to make it better and easier. Woman license? Yeah, but like literally there's a woman license. I thought that was so funny. They make a license for everything. It's so funny. Yes, you actually need a woman license. So it's like going to the DMV to get your woman license. Yeah. And so they shortened and made the process easier to get your woman license. And in England doesn't like it, and they want to use a law that they haven't used in like goddamn 50 years or something to overturn Scotland, like making trans people's lives easier. Pussy license. Here, well, let me see.
Well, I came out as trans when I was 18. That was about 5 years ago now. I'm 23 now.
Is this actually what Scottish people sound like? Is this what your average Scottish person sounds like? Is this real? Just somebody let me know when you get the chance.
I had a really positive experience. All of my friends and family were really, really supportive. I have to admit, though, I often joke that the hardest thing about being trans is the admin.
Yes.
And I think there's a lot of truth to that. It's been one of the biggest barriers, one of the biggest hurdles for me. I've been able to update things like my passport, my driving license, etc., to reflect my name and my gender. The one thing that I've not been able to do is update my birth certificate. And that's because that requires one of these gender recognition certificates in order to do that. That's all a gender recognition certificate does, actually. It allows you to...
See, I'm telling you, I'm not lying to you. You actually need a woman license in like Scotland and in the UK. Oi, let me see that. Hold it right there. Oi, you got a lot, like you're like twerking on the street. Oi, you got a license for that, bushy. You got a license for that, bussy. Hold on, right there. Stop right there. Let me see that. Oh, well, yes, you do. And it's recently updated. Good work. Wrong accent. Fuck you. They're in the UK. They all sound like that. They literally all sound like that. I got a license for my gender. The bad ending. It was the good ending. Your license, you have a license, and it's like freshly updated as well. And so he lets you continue to pop your pussy on the street of Glasgow or whatever it's pronounced, however it's pronounced.
Update your birth certificate, and that means that if you're getting married, you can make sure that the marriage is being recorded.
Any trans people love getting married?
Correct gender. It means also that if you pass away, that you can have dignity in death by ensuring that the death certificate is recorded correctly. Now, I've not been able to get that certificate because I've been on the waiting list for the NHS gender identity clinics for that medical diagnosis for coming up for 5 years now. I've not had an initial appointment yet. I'm still waiting. I don't know when that's going to be.
You have to get it notarized.
Process. If I wanted to get that gender recognition certificate to update my birth certificate, I would have to pay for a private psychiatric assessment. I mean, that costs hundreds of pounds on top of all of the other costs related to gathering all of the other documents that they ask you to submit to this sort of panel of so-called experts who will never actually meet you to determine whether you're man enough or woman enough to update your birth certificate. So that's been a real barrier to me. And so I was really, really excited.
That's like saying Texans are like New Yorkers. Yeah, but they kind of are. They kind of are, though. Have you heard me and Merrick talking? I'm a New Yorker. She's from Texas. We were both born and raised in our respective states, and honestly, we're like pretty similar. I'm gonna be honest to you. The only difference is when she's in my car, I'm listening to I'm listening to like Kendrick Lamar, and when I'm in her car, I'm listening to what is it? What's that one song? It's like Snake Farm? Yeah, Snake Farm is a reptile house. You know, I'm listening to that. and I'm listening to I got friends in low places. My blues away, and I'll be okay. You know, that's it, and that's basically what it's like. That's the biggest difference. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. If you're enjoying the content, hit the subscribe button. If you don't, it'll make Boo very sad. I know a bunch of you who are watching are not subscribed. Join the frenzy. You won't regret it. Thank you, Boo.